My motivation to initially start triathlon was to somehow break out. I wanted to do something a bit different, train, reach my limits, and try to do things that I didn't think were possible before. That definitely motivated me a lot at the beginning, and triathlon as a sport was full of challenges and pushed me all the way to my limits right from the very start.
Der mich schon früh an die Grenzen des Machbaren gebracht hat.
At least every 2 or 3 days I have moments where I wonder what I'm doing to myself. But I think it's an important and right sign, because if you always feel like everything is nice and easy, then you're too comfortable. In order to be on the right path for your races, it's good to sometimes think, my God, what am I actually doing here? I would say that I really enjoy 80% of my training, and 20% I do because I want to win the races. I think that I do roughly 1,500 kilometers of swimming, probably 5,500 kilometers of running, and then another 17,000 on the bike. So all in all, it's way more than 20,000 kilometers per year. It's like an expedition. A big competition is like climbing a high mountain, and the way towards it is a long, rocky, and difficult road. To prepare, you've got to do several base camps and several training camps, stages and competitions. But at the end of the day, it's about being at the steepest part of the face right in the middle of the competition.
Im Rennen erreicht man immer irgendwann den Punkt.
You always reach that point in the race where your body shouts, stop, stop. That's where it gets interesting, and where the thrill of long distance somehow comes into it, because you've got to have the mental ability to fight against it. It's important to set yourself small goals, up to the next water point, or up to the point where your supporters or the coach stand. You've got to try and call up some sort of routine in your head that enables you to continue the race and prevents you from getting sucked into that maelstrom of negative thoughts.
Und dass man nicht in diesen Strudel der negativen Gedanken irgendwo gerät.
The real skill is to simulate the toughness of competition in training, but that's bloody difficult because you don't want to and shouldn't overwork yourself. That's why I do a lot of training competitions, even if it's a competition where I'm not 100% fit, but I know that I can simulate situations that could become extremely important for the main competition.
The
fact is, the final percentage is decided in your head. You notice it especially when your head isn't right, when you're not capable of reaching your limits or somehow fail yourself. That's when you notice how extremely important the mental aspect in this sport is.
Dieses gewisse Selbstvertrauen.
A certain amount of self-confidence is incredibly important in this sport, and you build it through loads and loads of training and good training intervals. But that's a process that takes time. That's why triathlon is a sport which requires a lot of patience. It's not just a fast sport where you learn something overnight and then show the world the next day, but it's a very honest sport in which work and training are rewarded.
Arbeit, wo Training auch belohnt wird.